What it is, y'all, it's your boy Jones. And if you want updates to all the Jones for Sports content, I'm going to need y'all to.
Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
Push the goddamn button. What it is, y'all, it's your boy Jones, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Arc, brought to you by Jones for Sports. We make sports better, and as always, I'm brought to you with my two amazing co-hosts, Nat, the GM, and J Mick. What is going on, y'all?
Feeling good. Feeling real good. Listen, my
10 days away.
Celtics.
10 games.
Listen, my Celtics. We got our our Celtics. J Mick. You know, we got our team back together. You know, got Tatum back. You know, and we ready for the playoffs. You know, we just ready. We ready for the playoffs. Everybody that thought that they was going they're gonna get Boston or whatever this year. Then Boston said, actually, we ain't taking no break. And then Tatum said, and another one, I'm coming back. So we ready for the playoffs, man.
I like it. I'm ready for the playoffs. This regular season was frustrating, but still ready for the playoffs though, because that's when things get real good and interesting. But you guys already know what to do. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, that like button. You comment as we go, share the show, and enjoy. Let's go. All right. Before we get into the playoff push, because we 10 games away basically. Let's first talk about some of the big news that's out first. First, let's start off with the news of the NBA expansion most likely coming in the year 2027, going into 2028. What are your thoughts on that? They spoke of the Supersonics and a team in Vegas, and then Memphis and Minnesota would be moving to the East. What are your thoughts on that, Nat?
I'm excited. I think that's great. The Supersonics should have never left. They should have never got rid of that team. That team had like a crazy following and fan base, and some really great players have played there. Hell, Kevin Durant was there. So I was with KD. He started out, so it's like then they had Ray Allen before. I just think that they should have already brought them back or never got rid of them in the first place. I'm really excited. I ain't gonna hold. Yes, exactly. And we all remember the Sonics, man. They was fun. They was real fun. I couldn't believe they got rid of that team. There's some bum ass teams like New Orleans. New Orleans shouldn't have a team. Why we picking on the Sonics? We could pick New Orleans. I love New Orleans. I love New Orleans, the place. It's beautiful. People don't hurt me, okay? I love New Orleans, okay? I got married in New Orleans. I will always love y'all. But that team, bruh, if we gonna pick a team to get rid of, they first on the chopping block. This. Maybe Utah, but I don't know. But I'm very excited. I'm also super excited to see Minnesota come to the East. It makes it more fun. It makes it better. It makes it super competitive. I love it. It was competitive this year. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was competitive this year. I did enjoy watching the East play, a lot this year. I will say that because there's some teams that I didn't expect to play the way that they did. They came out, and they did well. Toronto was playing very well, and they were fun to watch, and Orlando is fun to watch. Atlanta had their moments where they were really fun to watch, and watching Jalen Johnson just go up. So adding Ant to the East, get the storylines ready. Get the front page news ready. It's just one more person that will, that Tatum and Brown will take down, and we know this will happen. But they'll be in the East to get it done. It's okay. Just write them off the list.
J Mick, how you feeling about it?
I mean, I mean, I'm always happy for expansion. I mean, we all knew Vegas was getting the team, man. Like Vegas has gotten teams in almost every other sport, so I pretty much figured that. And then and then you bring back the Supersonics, and then by doing that, and you go and move Memphis. So like when I first heard the news, I like a couple of days ago over the weekend, whenever it was, and I just heard Memphis. I'm like, so they're gonna stick another bum team in the East? I was like, that wasn't a good for me. And then I found out the Dakota's gonna go too. And so that just makes the East more competitive to me. Because I mean, like the East, I mean, like, if you look at if you've been watching the East this year, like like the top 4 or 5 teams, I mean, like those are pretty strong 4 or 5 teams. I mean, like most of the time it's not like that. Like like over the past couple of years, like you might have a strong 2 or 3, but I feel like it's a little bit stronger this year. I mean, playing should be somewhat competitive. I mean, like I mean, like you got your usual suspects down there that's normally there every year or whatnot. Yeah. I mean, like, and come to the East is going to make the East, like it's another superstar that's coming to the East. So I mean, that's always a good thing. I have no beef around that. But yeah, I mean, like I'm just excited to see what they do with like Vegas and Vegas and Seattle in terms of the expansion draft and all that good stuff that I mean comes with that's going to come with those kind of teams. So I mean, I'm just waiting to see it.
Absolutely, I'm with you guys. I love Minnesota to the East. That definitely excites the East. That sparks it up a little bit more. And then obviously Supersonics coming back. And then the Vegas team was a no-brainer. Vegas is getting everything right now. So that was a no-brainer. But very happy to hear about the Supersonics coming back. That's been talked about since they left. So to see that happening is dope. And then like you said, J-Meg, definitely the draft, the expansion draft. That's what I'm really going to be. My eyes are going to be glued to. Who's going to be on this team, on these teams? How's this going to shape up? Like it's going to be very interesting because it's been a while since we had one. So, and I was a child last time, so to see it as an adult and understand it more, it'll be a lot more interesting, a lot more cool, a lot more to talk about. So, I'm excited about that for sure. Next, we're going to move it on over to the WNBA. And the WNBA has finally made the deal, the CBA deal finalized. How do you guys feel about this deal being done and the things that come along with this deal for these women?
I mean, well, first of all, congratulations to the league, like to the women. Like it's been a grind, and it's been entertaining to watch. First of all, those games are very entertaining. The league is very entertaining, so they've gotten more views, more people going to the games and everything. When they expand, and the product gets better, you are supposed to give them their just due. That is how anything is supposed to work, so, and that's what they're doing. They've put in the work, they've brought the people, and now you have to pay those women. And absolutely, I'm very excited. I am looking forward to what this does, moving forward, for them, because there's more security in it for them. First of all, the clause in it. Do you have it listed? Because I want to make sure that I say this right. But where if a player is pregnant, you have to consult with them before you trade them, which is important because I mean you can't just you shouldn't be able to just ship somebody somewhere. They're like, oh, wait a minute, my life is here, my doctors are here, my this is here. There's things that have to be worked out before you can just ship somebody. That makes perfect sense, so it looks like just more security, for the women, and I couldn't be more excited. And I'm very excited for the upcoming season because it just gets more fiery every passing year. So congratulations, WNBA.
Absolutely. And to go off of what you're talking about with the pregnancy clause, it's called the Hamby rule. So I believe that was I'm not sure if that was the player that got that had that problem last year. That she got traded. That might have been. I'm not sure. But yeah, teams must obtain written consent before trading a permanent player. So, yeah, players have their full salaries protected without impacting the team's salary cap. Enhances family planning benefits, childcare, support for travel. So they're doing a lot more. They're doing a lot. Yeah, it was a girl. Her last name was Hamby. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So, yeah, just to go off of what you said, I love it for the women. The pregnancy clause is amazing because what happened a couple years ago, that was super nasty how they did Hamby. I love the minimum raise that I think it was at 2 something or 3 something, 300,000 something to now 600,000 is the minimum. The minimum maximum super max deal is $1 million, which I love that, and I think it expands to 7 million, something like that. My numbers might be a little bit off.
I thought I read that.
Yep.
I thought I read that. Yeah.
Like for each team, like 7.1, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. So I love it for all women involved. I love it for the league. I love it for the fans. I love it for everybody. I love it for me, especially because this year is going to be my first year going to a game. I just bought season tickets to the Liberty games this year. I'm big Liberty.
You got season tickets?
Hell yeah! I literally just bought them today.
Ooh. Let me tell you, right? I love Stewie. I love Breonna Stewart. I love Stewie. I got this thing, right? Y'all gonna laugh at me out there, but like when I see her on TV and she does something like she hit a shot, tough shot, whatever, you know who Stewie is. I go, Stewie, and it just comes out of nowhere, and it just stuck. I've been doing it for years, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But I really want to go to a game so I can do that for her, cause she just be strong arming people, and I love it. It's part of her game. And when I watch her, when she got her like jumper going, that little mid range going, right? I'd be like, yeah, she remind me of LaMarcus Aldridge. I used to love LaMarcus Aldridge, man. And sometimes I just be saying that, whatever. But like, yeah, she just got a lot of games. So fire, because those season tickets are gonna be fun. I love it.
Yeah,
we need a Boston team.
Yes, you do.
Shoot, we need a Boston team, man. It's supposed to be coming.
Yeah, the Connecticut Sun, they were supposed to move, and then they kind of nixed it real quick. So, but
I'm just like, what's going on? Connecticut don't need a team. Go ahead,
yeah. I mean, so like just to, like for people that don't know, like I've been watching the W for a minute. Like I grew up in the '90s watching the comments and all that. So I've been, I've always been a watcher of the league. And some about me, it don't matter what sport we talking about, like I'm always for the players to get paid. Like that's me, what we talking about, NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, whatever sport we talking about. Like so what I did like from like the women is like how they how they stuck together, like because like it was about to be a strike. Like that's what it was about to be. And I mean, like they didn't, break the lines, none of that, and kind of go to show like dudes like the men in the NFL, like if your union put together and you demand something, I mean, like you can get that. And I mean, like I'm, proud of them. Like they got their money and they got several. It wasn't just all about the money, but there's several other things that they got out this deal, which I felt that was fair. And like I'm proud of them for that. And that. And I'm also gonna look forward to actually watching them play because, like I said, I thought it was going to strike, and I didn't think this was going to get done. So I'm happy that I'm going to have something to be able to watch. And like another thing for the Boston folk is just like the good thing is the Connecticut Sun. I think over the last couple of years they played one game in Boston like every year. So I gotta just get tickets for that. So yeah,
nice. Just to go off of what you said real quickly, men. Yeah, I heard what J Mick just said. Follow the footprints of the women. Fucking stand down. Put your feet down. And stop being punks and giving in on the cheapest crap that y'all can get.
Yep.
Like it's annoying. These women said, no, we're not settling for BS. We're gonna get what we deserve. And I don't understand how the men in their sports and football and basketball, they can't do the same thing. Like they'll take little things and get off the line. Like it's nasty. So shout out to the women. Women very strong on that. Very strong.
And also I want to say too, like for the men, that have a lot to say about women's sports, everything, it's like you started from somewhere. And back in the day when the black players and everything, they were trying to get their respect and playing, they were saying the same shit about you. You are not special. And I think that there's too many people that think that they're special and you're not, because you had a hard time. You could play. Your great grandfathers and all that stuff, they could play, but let the other people tell you they didn't want to see them. They didn't want to see them on TV. Why are you here? But we
Right.
knew you could play. Be very careful how you talk about people, because you were in that position at some point. And also, there are many things when it comes to sports, and even men's sports, that you guys could fight for, and you kind of just take with what you're given. There's a lot of things that happen in the NFL that I don't think you should just be taking because you're being used. Your body is being used every day. And instead of men speaking up and saying something like, we use our bodies, and and we need better health insurance. We should be able to keep this health insurance for forever, and all of these things, and it shouldn't, it shouldn't, dismantle or whatever. You need to fight and say something the way, because they use you. The leagues use you. They use your body. So when you're talking about the women, it's like pot plus kettle, because they're using you too. I think you're looking at the money that you make and you're like, ha, we got it better. But in reality, if you look at all the stories, all the men that play these sports, and they're forgotten, they're the suicides that have happened.
Mhm.
Do you care? Because there's a lot of guys that get these opportunities, but they're depressed and their mental health is trash. Do you care?
Mhm.
Do you care
Right.
about yourself? Stop
They could
talking
have kept
about the women and actually follow,
exactly.
what the women are doing, because the women are the ones that are saying this is not okay. So if you get behind the women, you have no idea how much more powerful you'll be if everyone joined forces against the organizations, because that's the enemy, not the women.
Yep. 1,000%.
Definitely agree with that.
Organizations, always the owners.
And the other thing I tell folk that like people that don't watch the
Always.
W, like what I would say is like a good way to get into the W is to watch women's college basketball. Like it's on with the men's tournament, and
Mhm.
like that's how you know the players. And then those like I mean obviously the rules are different for the WNBA versus NBA. Like they gotta stay in for 4 years. But like if you, and I'm not saying you gotta watch every game. Like I don't watch every game of men's college basketball either. But I get my fair share of both. And then what it's doing is letting you know who the
Right.
players stars are, and then when they get to the league, you know who they are, and I mean like what they're capable of. So I like I'd advise a lot of people that don't watch college basketball, whether that be the men's or the women's, watch it, because that's where your future stars are coming from.
Mhm.
1,000%. And shout out
Yeah,
to my
and you.
friend for that comment. Those ladies that you spoke of, Tarasi, Leslie, Cooper, Swoops, Moore, they are definitely the founders and the what's the word I'm looking for?
The
They laid the
trailblazers. They're the
foundation. Yeah, there you go.
trailblazers.
The
They set the
trailblazers.
tone.
Yep. So
Mm-hmm.
absolutely to all of those women.
100%.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. And
Um,
the college hoops, that's a great point they make, but the college hoops too. Um, it's some extraordinary things happening in college. But I don't watch either side to its entirety or whatever. I'm watching when like it's really picking up. That's when I watch both of them. But when it comes to women, like I got real excited, when what's up? I call it Paige Buckets. Paige Buckets, man. I couldn't wait for the league because I was like, she gonna change some things on here. I was like, y'all got to watch. Y'all pay attention to the other person, and we know what I'm talking about. But I was like, but Buckets, man, she is nice. And then we waiting for
sure.
Flage, and then we waiting on what's up. What's shorty that reminds us like we be like, oh, she's like Allen Iverson. What's Juju?
Oh,
Juju.
Juju, there you go.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think she come out like
yeah,
2
yeah. They
years.
be like yeah, yeah. I'm like when shit, and you're really gonna start seeing like some things. So it's like the women are also getting better. The product is getting better. Give them credit for that. Let's so let like it's not. back in the day, 40, 50, 60 years ago, everybody's getting better, but including the women. So when y'all talk about it, talk about that too, because they're nasty, man. I really hope I get to see Paige play a game live, because I just think she is so nasty.
Absolutely. I agree. Um, Before we get out of here, I know there's going to be a shorter episode today. So now we're going to get into our last part of the show, which is we are 10 games away from the end of the regular season. Give me just all your thoughts that you can in a short term. Put all your thoughts on your team and the season going forward into a short little paragraph before we get out of here. J-Mick, you can start.
Celtics, man, like the band back together, man. That's how I would term it, man. Everybody back now. The only guy that's not back is the guy that we acquired from the Bulls. I think his name was Nikola Vucevic. That's how you pronounce his name.
Vucevic.
Yeah, Vucevic. I mean, whatever his name was. I mean, honestly, like when we traded for him, I wasn't really high on that trade, to be honest with you. But he's supposed to be coming back pretty soon, so I kind of want to see how Joe was going to fit him into that. And it's just trying to get, like Tatum like back into the offense and had the offense flowing as good as it was before he got back. So I think that's just what we're doing. I think over the last couple of games it's been like an adjustment period. So they're kind of trying to work on that and just trying to get that straight for the playoffs. I mean, like they did lose to the Timberwolves. I mean, like without Ant on Sunday, but I feel like they're heading in the right direction. I mean, the defense is still really good. Just got to get the offense going, and just like get the ball moving more, because it seems like the ball started to stick more once. I mean, like JT and like JB are back together. But I'm still pretty confident, man. Like I was one of them Celtic people that was beginning the season top four to top 6 seed. And I'm right. And I mean, we're gonna see the Knicks in the second round. We just gotta see what it do. That's it.
Sir. Nat, how you feeling? Feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great actually about this season. I mean, I'm gonna always ride for my Celtics, because I really do think that this is one of those years where we could go back to the finals, with the way things are shaping out. I think Detroit's not ready. I think New York has made too many mistakes and I don't think that they've learned from it, and I think that they're going to have to do some restructuring of that team in order for it to work. It goes to show you shouldn't, trade your arm and a leg for Mikal Bridges. I understand that, but I think that they'll be looking to, elsewhere for that. And then when it comes to the West, I really do think you need to watch out for the Lakers. And I really want y'all to hear me on this. I think y'all are looking past the Lakers, and you really need to watch out for those Lakers, because that's one of those teams, right, where Luka is playing so damn mean. He has a chip on his shoulder. That's what you're seeing right now. He is very upset, and it's fun to watch. I really just want my Lakers Celtics finals. I really, really do, to give Braun a proper see you later where he loses again. And, we just continue to add chips. That's all I got. Go Boston.
The only thing I agree with you on was the last point that about the Lakers. I do like what the Lakers are doing right now. They look good, but I think that is the only way they can get it done is when Luka's playing that great and everybody else is just falling in place. I love what LeBron did as far as changing his role and understanding, all right, Luka and AR are killing when they're together. Let me play the stretch 4, stretch 5. Like, I love I said that earlier. I was like, that's what he needs to do. He needs to get out their way. He's the old guy now. He needs to get out their way. So love that he did that. Great adjustment by that team. They are definitely a scary team in the West. I don't have them winning it or getting out of it, but a small chance. Definitely third after Spurs and OKC.
They could upset somebody, and you'd be very shocked. But I won't be shocked about an upset.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
I think the only team they beaten is the Rockets. Like if they get the Rockets first round, they're definitely beating them. But after that, I mean.
They got the Nuggets. They got the Nuggets good this year. For
They got
sure.
Yeah, but you're not going to see the Nuggets right away, though. Like, you know, I mean, the only way to see
The
the Nuggets
Nuggets
right
don't
away
look like the Nuggets this year. They don't look like the Nuggets that scare me. They don't look like that. But
I mean, they might not right now, but I mean, like, wait till the playoffs get here, man. I'm just saying.
I'm not. They're gonna have to show me more. But as far as my Knicks goes, before we get out of here, I know we got to get out of here quickly. Still confident in my team. I just don't like how we're playing to start these fucking games. Every first quarter, doesn't matter who we play, we have to fucking come back from down 15 against the Wizards. Like, I can't. That's just nasty work. So we need to fix that. But when we play like we're supposed to, I feel like we can beat any team in the East. So but I'm gonna have to see it more consistently. Other than that, that's all I got. I know we got to get out of here. Anything else that you guys want to talk about before we come back next week?
Go Boston, and we'll see y'all next week.
I'll just say I'm not a believer in the Lakers, not at all, and then I cheer for their demise. That's it for me.
Let's go, Lakers. I like it. Let's go, New York.
I love it.
And boo the Celtics. Other than that, it's your boy Jones, my girl Nat, my guy J Mick, Beyond the Art, brought to you by Jones of Sports. We make sports better. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Later. Peace.
What it is, y'all, it's your boy Jones. And if you want updates to all the Jones of Sports content, I'm going to need y'all to.
Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
Push the goddamn button.